What's up, guys? My name's Treerex, and today we will be watching Octonauts. Octonauts is a kids' TV show that has this like cast of bobblehead creature animals that go on these fun underwater adventures and save animals and stuff. It's a very typical kids show, geared towards teaching kids about the ocean and underwater creatures. The problem is that like 80 to 90% of their like animal facts are just completely made up, completely wrong. It's like they look up like cool and rare underwater animals, and then instead of looking stuff up about that animal, like sometimes they do a little bit of research, but most of the time they just make stuff up like it's completely fake. My goal for today is to go through and essentially just show everything that they got wrong. So this is everything Octonauts got wrong, season 1, episode 1.
Captain, I have our next mission. The Octomap shows that we're here in the Mediterranean.
I love how this is the first episode and he goes, "I have our next mission."
Well, I have my own map of these waters.
Excellent, Quasi. A good map helps you to get to places you've
It's
never
a
been.
pirate map. It's not a good map.
And a secret map helps you get to places you didn't know were there.
He's not wrong, honestly.
And this map has a tale to tell, Professor. Listen, me hearty.
This is the only good part of this series. Is Quasi's pirate tales. I'm not gonna lie, I think I like pirates because of watching the show when I was a kid.
A terrible storm, and the ship sank to the bottom of the sea.
I love how the treasure is just a golden pot.
Sea monster made the wreck his home. He guards the golden jar to this very day. Who's with me?
Quasi, sound the Octo alert. Octonauts, to the launch bay.
Oh yes, the Octonauts to the launch bay scene. This beep is actually so freaking annoying. It's the worst.
Octonauts, our mission is to find out if there's any truth to Quasi's old map.
I'd like to photograph that golden jar. I wonder if it's still there.
If we can find the shipwreck, Dashi, then we can look.
I love
for
how
the golden
Dashi just
jar.
wants a picture, and Quasi
Dashi,
just wants the
Peso,
jar.
you come along with Quasi and me.
Up ahead, I think I see the shipwreck.
You mean the rocks?
It's just some rocks.
But there's a shipwreck.
Quasi, we found your shipwreck.
Oh, protect us from the sea monster, Captain.
Dashi, Peso, we'll look for that golden jar.
He's
Ah,
got
it
8
is an
heads,
octopus.
so he must be pretty clever. That looks like a good hiding place.
Alright, so far so good. It's pretty difficult to mess up an octopus, though. Did they give it 8 tentacles? Normally they don't.
Huh?
It seems like they're trying pretty hard to only have 6 on screen at a time, but they did give it 8, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. So I know animating 8 tentacles at once is hard.
A giant sea monster with 8 heads just disappear into a wall of solid rock. Stand back. I'll do a monster check. A sea monster couldn't fit in there. Where is that sea monster?
I love paper just casually works underwater.
Hey, so we may have to face the worst.
The worst?
There's no sea monster here.
Phew.
I love how that's the worst.
Arr, this is supposed to be a sea monster map.
Oh, wow!
What's the point of having a sea monster map if there's no real sea monster to go with it?
Quasi, behind you.
Yeah!
Ah!
That is not the voice I was expecting out of that octopus.
You win! That was a fun game of hide and seek.
What the heck?
Game?
It looks...
You're supposed to have 8 heads.
I think you found an octopus, Quasi.
Yes, I'm an octopus, all right?
Well, you sure acted like a sea monster. You disappeared like magic when I chased you.
I'll show you my tricks. You'll want to take my picture before and after.
Hey! Where'd you go?
I can change my colors. That
Okay,
makes
so they
it
got
easier
that
to
right, but
hide.
how hard is it to mess up an octopus?
It's easy when you don't have any bones.
You really are the king of hide and seek. Now it's my turn to hide.
I'll count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay,
6,
so in their
7,
defense on
8.
episode 1, they don't actually say anything that's inaccurate, but it's just about an octopus, and like, how much did they really teach about the octopus? Yeah, honestly, episode 1, not bad. There's nothing that's like explicitly wrong. Here's episode 2. What's this one about?
Spiffy uniform, Peso. Our special
Spiffy.
visitor will be impressed.
Thank you, Captain.
The octopod.
It's Peso's
Pinto!
younger brother.
Captain Barnacles and my fellow Octonauts, this is my little brother Pinto.
Welcome aboard, Pinto.
That's true. You want to try doing something that I do?
I'm ready for anything.
All right then. Here's a real challenge.
He's gonna be
Bandaging.
disappointed.
We'll practice a combination bandage, a flipper sling, and a rib wrap. Now you try it.
I want to learn how to be an Octonaut, not a medic.
But I'm an Octonaut and a medic.
I mean a real Octonaut.
Ouch.
I have to be.
Quasi!
Wait.
Man's just said, I mean a real Octonaut.
Is the ship under attack?
No, but it is time for lunch.
Go ahead, Dashi.
Captain, we seem to be stuck. Can you locate us?
Uh-oh, Cap. We've lost radio contact.
Dashi and Shellington are stuck, and we've got to get them unstuck.
And we need to get to them fast.
Can I come too? Oh, please, 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 please!
No, it might not be safe.
Your big brother's right, Pinto. You better stay here with the Vegemals.
Why could he not come? What do you mean it might not be safe? Seems like it'd be perfectly safe to me.
Yow! That's got to be them. Captain, we may be dealing with a Dabberlock.
What's a Dabberlock?
It looks like a plant, but once you get close, it reaches out with its giant green arms and grabs your ship.
And when does it let go?
Never.
Never, ever, ever.
Where's the double lock? Where is it? Where'd you go?
Pinto, how did you sneak aboard?
In the treasure chest,
Aha,
obviously.
A stowaway.
Wait, dead ahead. There they are.
Whoa! Is that the double lock?
Octonauts, here's the plan. Quasi, you go around the back, and I'll...
Goes.
Quasi!
It looks like a plant to
Yes.
me.
Genius. Incredible.
It is a plant.
It's
a type
kelp.
of seaweed called kelp. We're at the edge of a kelp forest. Dashi and Shellington are
What is
trapped
this
in the
other
kelp.
plant that they have floating around behind them? Because that is what kelp looks like. Here, let me pull up a picture. Yeah, so that's more or less what kelp looks like. It's this tall, stringy, with like the wide-shaped trailing leaves all around it. So yeah, that's kelp. What's that other one? Let's do a bit of research. Why do they have just like another type of seaweed? I don't think there's even a seaweed that looks like that. Yeah, they just like made up their own type of seaweed to put behind just like fill out. Yeah, like whatever this tall stalk, these tall stalks are with like the leaves spreading out behind them. That's fake. There's no seaweed that looks like that.
Quasi, let's get the tow line.
Quasi, take it under.
Aye, aye, Peso.
It would actually be reasonably difficult to get caught up in kelp like that because it all just floats straight up like this. And so it would have no reason to like wrap around over the top like that. It would float back up. Like the engine could get caught up and all wrapped up, but like it wouldn't, you would push through it, you wouldn't get wrapped around it.
Now I'm a pirate and a medic.
You can swashbuckle.
And swash band.
That's one thing that's never existed, a pirate's medic. Pirates didn't have medic, they all just died of scurvy. This one's about orcas.
Fascinating. That's a type of whale called an
Technically, orca whales are not whales, they're
There's another.
porpoises.
And another. And another.
What's a pod, Professor?
It's a group of orcas, Peso. The pod helps each
That
other
is
through
true.
thick and
A
thin.
group of whales, dolphins, or porpoises is called a pod. Are orcas... Actually, are they dolphins or are they porpoises? Are orcas dolphins? They're the largest species in the dolphin family. Okay, that's true. It does depend how specific you are in classification, since dolphins and porpoises are technically whales, but whales is usually meant to when people say whale, they're usually talking about baleen whales, not. I wonder what about sperm whales actually. Have to look that up sometime. Not currently applicable to this though. Yeah, I wonder where they're at because the water there looks like it's probably really warm. And orcas usually prefer colder water.
Oh, that one's hard-headed.
But they can be found all over the
Asks
place.
first and asks questions later.
Let me see. It can be found in tropical and subtropical waters. From California to Russia. Interesting. So they can live anywhere in the world, but they are most common in colder waters. I think mostly because the prey that they prefer to eat lives primarily in colder waters, but...
Sounds like someone I know.
More like this.
That.
Didn't have to do him dirty like that.
I was having trouble on my accordion.
We thought it sounded quite lovely.
Oh, thank you.
See, here's a problem that I have with it. Is like, they're acting like they're taking all these like measurements and stuff, but they're not actually talking about like, how long can an orca be? Just a quick PSA right now. Watch Wildcrats, don't watch Octonauts. Wildcrats is just so much better, and they talk about, they're like extremely scientifically accurate because the Krat brothers are actual, like, I don't know exactly what you would describe them as, but the Krat brothers, they know what's up. Naturalists, maybe?
I win! I win!
You had a head start. Yow!
Nice.
Quasi, are you all right?
Aye, Captain, but I can't get the orca to budge.
Kicks him once, can't get him to budge.
Oh, thanks.
Splat.
Octonauts,
Thanks.
the orca is stuck on the beach. Our mission is to get him back into the water.
Hey, I hear my pod calling to me.
Orca calls do not sound like that. Those are baleen whale calls. See, orcas are very high pitched, like, and they actually sound a lot like dolphins. So as you can see here listening to this, they make the same sort of high pitched squeaking sounds as dolphins do. Although less complex and not as many clicks. More squeaks and whistles than clicks and whistles. Here we go. This though, so the humpback whale call is the most common because they're the loudest, and this is actually listening to this, you can hear that's essentially exactly what Octonauts is using here. So they're just substituting the orca call
The orcas are heading straight for the beach.
for the humpback whale call.
The orca is after
Listen to this.
Oh no.
That's most similar to a humpback whale call, but honestly, it sounds like they did it with a tuba.
Quasi, keep pouring. I'll be right back.
How did he just drive that on the sand?
Pull him back out into the ocean where he belongs.
We're
How about a
gonna need
rope?
Lots and lots.
How
of
about
rope.
one rope
I'll contact
and
the
like
Octopod
a boat?
and ask them to bring all the rope
Orcas,
we've got.
stuck orca doesn't take that much.
Ouch! Now, you listen here.
I love the side story of just the random crabs.
This beach belongs to us crabs. You and that giant thing must go, go, go. You crabs have a special ability to tunnel under the sand. Will you use it now to help
But they
the
can't
orcas?
actually dig, they just go into the sand. They don't dig holes. Also, they don't get flipped over that easily. I love how they're French. The French crabs.
Sideways, march!
Okay, I guess technically the crabs could do that. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Just incoherent French mumbling. Hey, oh, yeah, yeah, hey, oh.
Octonauts, let's do this.
Remember to call on us if we can ever do anything for the Octonauts. Shall we practice our special signal?
They did him dirty.
Goodbye, orca friends.
Goodbye, Captain. Until we meet again.
Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. That's the first 3 episodes of Octonauts. As we can see, those first 3 episodes actually aren't that bad. I think the 4th episode is pretty bad, though. Because the 4th episode, they go to the Midnight Zone, and there's a lot of easy misconceptions and mistakes you can make when talking about the Midnight Zone, because there's not that much we know. But we know enough to know better than what the Octonauts do on that episode. So, make sure you stick around, subscribe, catch that episode, and I will see you all next time. Treerex, out.